Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Senator.
I'm proud to be here today. We've been joined by Assemblymember Lorinda Hooks and Assemblymember Kwame O'Farrell from the Assembly, who are going to be part of this coalition that is building. Today, as you know, is the first day after a snowstorm. Assemblymember Reyes is on the way, and we also have Assemblymember Bill Stack is here as well, and as this coalition will be growing, because it's important that we recognize that we need to make sure that there's a future in our workforce. I want to thank all of you for coming here today to participate in this press conference about the future of the workforce. There's a clear disparity between the salaries that our most essential workers are making at the state level versus what nonprofits are able to pay. And that shouldn't be the case. If they are able to perform the same duties, there should not be a disparity in pay. We want to make sure that if they're performing the same duties, there should be a wage parity with our public sector. Nonprofits are having trouble with recruitment and retention because they cannot compete with the wages of private jobs. Yet some of the most vulnerable populations in our state are working day to day at low pay and unfair wages. We need to invest back into our workforces in the same way that they keep our state operating without falter. Everyone deserves economic security and stability, and this bill would bring the wages for the human service workers to the current cost of living. Studies demonstrate the benefits of investing in our human service workforce and their economic contributions to our state when they're being paid adequately. This will be critical to seeing economic growth. Last November, CUNY's Institute for State and Local Governance instituted Phase 3 of their report demonstrating a $1 billion in new state tax revenue and lifting 100,000 workers out of poverty. What that means is that these workers would be spending money in the city. They're not going to California or anywhere else to spend the money. They're spending money in their local stores, in their local neighborhoods. They're making sure that their children can have adequate clothes, and they're making sure that they can pay their rent on time. They need to be paid equitably. This money would be recirculated back into the state, and we would demonstrate and get over $1 billion in new revenue for that. Currently, I'm proud to sponsor Senate Bill 8337 with Assemblywoman Reyes that aims to address the gaps in wages for the human services sector that would allow hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers to see a minimum wage that reflects the value of their work. The current COLA adjustment structure is not enough to provide wage increases and typically has to be used to offset other costs by nonprofits, leaving only enough for small pay increases like 50 cents or $1, which is ridiculous in this time and day with the wage and inflation that's happening. So today we're starting to shine a spotlight on a deficiency we can no longer accept. New York State contracts that allow essential workers to be paid poverty wages. We must stop that paradigm. As public servants, we have a responsibility to fight for fair pay for our constituents, investing in New Yorkers. This is smart economic policy that will lift thousands out of poverty and generate billions in economic activity statewide. Establishing a $29 per hour wage floor is a critical step towards establishing and stabilizing this workforce and protecting our families and future. So I'm proud to be part of the BUMP Coalition. I'm proud to sponsor this bill. This is going to be a long, protracted fight, but we're here to say we're ready to make this claim. We're ready to make sure to make the statements. We're ready to make sure that we improve the economy of our city and state, but we're mostly interested in improving the ability of our most important workers to get a fair wage. So bump it up, bump it up. We're ready to fight to bump it up. Thank you very much.